guys, Will here. Today we're going to be looking at what's in this box, the Ant Design Pathfinder Plus V2. Stay tuned. So let's unbox it. Here we go. We have spare blades. Uses a X-Acto knife style, which is easy to get from art stores, etc. We have the actual tool slash knife, keyring, and extra screws. Okay, in case you strip it, I suppose. Okay, the tool is for swapping the blades out. It goes right there. Actually, can I just say from the start, if in a pinch that you lose a tool or you don't have the tool, like you're traveling, you can get a toothpick and just like you can knock off the tip of the toothpick and just kind of tap it into the hole, and it'll make a temporary tool to unscrew it if you had to switch the blade out. And yeah, it's softer than the metal, so you can just tap it and the toothpick will shape into the head. Just a top tip. So let's just go right into the tool. Pathfinder V2. This is their second version. You can look at my review. I did a version 1. This specific one is the Damascus. Let's see. They do offer a titanium version, brass, this titanium Damascus, and there's a beta and the alpha. So this is the beta version, which has the quick release. So over the features, we have the replaceable blade, bottle opener. So this 1/4 inch hex bit driver, I marked as A. That is for the alpha, as you can see here, alpha. And then we have ruler. They both have pry bar, nail file, tritium slots. Yep, quick release. That's on the beta, as you can see. Beta gets a quick release, using it for a keychain, and a clip. So if you're not using for keychain, you're gonna get the clip with the alpha, and that'll allow you to, I guess, if you're gonna coin pocket carry or something different, whatever other type of carry that you might use. But I thought that keychain is the most useful, at least for me. That's up to you to decide, and I don't use a 1/4 bit driver that much, so I decided on this one. And I also decided on the Damascus version because holy crap is this cheap. This thing is 89 USD, and it's basically a steal at that price. It's on sale for that price. So I think even right now, I would say pause this video and go to the website and just buy it straight out. $89 for Damascus is crazy. This could be worth double easily. And then after you order it, then you can come back to this video and then reinforce your purchasing decision. We have the pry bar here. We have the bottle opener here. Tritium slots, nail file here. The ruler should be on the back here. Let's go into the action of the knife. So we have, ooh, it feels so good, man. I'm telling you, this feels like glass, slide down glass. This is very highly polished. So the internal mechanism feels super good, super high quality. So that's the first notch. As you know, there's a couple of notches that it can go into. Here. That's how it releases. Very sturdy spring. So that will expose less of the blade, not so much. Maybe you just want to open chips, don't want to go so crazy. You don't have to deploy the full blade amount. And that is the second notch, full blade. The full blade is completely exposed, giving full action. That would be for someone who needs the full blade for cutting. So perhaps you'll hold it this way. And it's actually quite comfortable to hold it to cut. This version 2, what's special about it is they decided to design quick release, especially on this beta version. So you're pulling on these two, there's a nice little ridges here, pulling it down straight, and that will release. So you can put your keyring here. I guess there's different ways so you can look at this. You can say that, oh, you know what? I'm gonna carry this as a keychain, or you can decide I'm gonna carry it inside my coin pocket like this. Pull it down. It feels high quality. You pull this down. Very good. This is my favorite keychain. There's a guy I love on Instagram that collects a lot of utility knives and keychain knives and stuff like that. And he's like an expert, I feel, because he has a huge collection. This one, he says, is his most favorite as well. His most favorite keychain knife, or you can say Keychain Multitool. Depends how you want to say it. I want to show you my previous favorite. This is my Velino Designs Pinpoint. I have a review of this as well. This uses a magnetic system, so you can see that it is a bit thinner and wider. But the problem with this one is, despite how beautiful, how unique the design is, using magnets in here to click in, I've been stabbed with this. Yes, stabbed over 6 times, at least 6 times I've been stabbed. And I think the final draw was that it stabbed me outside of my pants, outside my cargo pants, which means that this was in my cargo pants. It was deployed, went through the pant material, and the blade was sticking out of it. And then I put my hand on the outside of my pants, and then I was like, what the hell, is that just a blade? And that's crazy. And then, you know, one of the problems is that this mechanism can kind of get dirty, but at that time the mechanism was cleaned out, and it's a bit finicky to clean these things out. So yeah, I had to retire this one. Maybe it can live in my wallet or something like that because it's quite thin, but it's actually not a practical in a sense. Having a mechanism like this is the best in function. So if you're not experienced with like different type of keychain knives, I can just tell you, like, I went through the experience through different knives and talked to different people, and including the other guy who actually also got stabbed by his pinpoint, that this is in fact the best knife keychain design out there. And then you can say it's a multi-tool if you want. Let me bring up another comparison, and that would be this Swiss tool. What do they call this thing? Utility key. This works by clipping. You open it and you clip it on your thing, and it works like that. So you have a knife, like a serrated, I don't know if this is supposed to be a saw, bottle opener, Phillips flathead. The reason I don't like this is because whatever the material is, it's just, if you can look closer, I don't think I can get that on camera, but I actually damaged the edge, so there's like a little damage on the edge. So whatever the steel they use is like some kind of soft steel, probably something like what Victorinox uses. And then with something like this, you would have to repair it with some kind of knife sharpener. And with something like this, all you have to do is replace the blade. So it's so much easier, so much better. And this is obviously with the X-Acto knife, it has scalpel-like knife cutting abilities. So this is probably more for like a blunt. It's kind of like a blunt, try to come to a sharp edge, but not a razor. Obviously I can run my finger over it. So, and in addition to that, look at that. Look at that play, man. It really, honestly, I thought this thing is gonna fall off my keychain. What a piece of junk. So really, in terms of multi-tool in a compact keychain format, this is superior. What I would like to say is that the keychain knife is the most used knife that you ever use out of your whole collection, because basically it's the knife that you're always carrying with you, and most cutting tasks don't require something big. They don't require you just like cutting tags off or cutting open packages or something like that. They don't require anything big. So actually, I use my keychain knives the most. So if you don't have one, you really should invest it, and it will really change your experience by having one. And in addition, it's also good to have a good keychain knife. This Damascus looks really great paired with another knife. So you can imagine this kind of other knife. This knife, I'm not going to use this out in the public. I will probably take Instagram pictures with it. I've carried it in public, but I will never deploy it in public. You gotta have a small knife for actual use. Let's just quickly go through the pros and cons. Pros is that this mechanism works very, very well, and it's very reliable, and it will not deploy and stab you. That's the most important part. Another pro is surprise price is super good. Another pro is all the extra tools if you're going to use that. Bottle opener for this is less meaning to me, but I still find use in the bottle opener. Even though I don't use the bottle openers quite often, I'm gonna take the blade out, and then when someone looks at it, and the security is gonna go, what is that? And they're gonna go, oh, it's a bottle opener. So they'll never question any more than that. Another pro, the quick release is super good, works very well. So what about cons? I mean, this is a review, and I have to give you con, and you can either determine if that con applies to you or not. If anything, I was asking for a wish list. It would be nice to have a toolless way to remove the blade like this one has. Even if I asked for a toolless way to remove the blade, it might compromise the stability of the knife. I'm willing to live with the fact that I have to carry a tool when I travel. So conclusion is just, this is a really great tool. This is not for a person to replace a multi-tool. Anyway, the quality is super high. The price is super good. It really feels like a steal. Very good job and design. Can I just add one thing before I wrap up this thing? Actually, if the design was stolen by, or you can say inspired. It's either stolen, copy, inspired, whatever you want to label it. If you like this review, don't forget to like it and to sub. That's the free things you can do to support. Thanks for watching. See you next time.